contain capacity for 1,650 students. A big auditorium, here we are, the auditorium, a big auditorium, multi-purpose hall. This is the multi-purpose hall. Tutorial rooms, law clinic, and moot court, fully equipped medical center with a laboratory. There are library and reading rooms, offices for academic and administrative staff, kitchen and eateries, sporting facilities for staff and students, storage facilities for staff and students' records, power generator and solar, fully furnished staff quarters and operational vehicles. In addition, the government has constructed and handed over a shopping mall that will generate revenue for the running of this campus. This is apart from the provision of a monthly running cost for 4 years after the takeoff of this campus. The fully furnished staff quarters opposite the Hotel Presidential is like a 4-star hotel, and it gives the lecturers and the supporting staff the most needed enabling environment to perform their jobs optimally. Like I stated during the inspection tour of this facility in June this year, this campus has become a model to be copied in all the campuses of Nigerian Law School in our quest to provide a conducive environment for teaching and learning. I believe that any student attending this particular campus will appreciate that they have been given an opportunity to learn and excel in his vocational training in the best environment available, so there is no excuse for failure. As Nigerian Law School marks its 60 years anniversary next year, it is our hope that the stakeholders in the legal profession, particularly the alumni classes, the Nigerian Bar Association, the state government, will use the occasion of the Diamond Jubilee to lay the foundation for their projects that will make the various campuses attain the Wike model that we are being commissioned today. I cannot end this speech without thanking other stakeholders who have contributed one way or the other in making this commissioning ceremony a reality. Our thanks goes to our supervising minister, Malami, SN, CON, the Attorney General of Rivers State, Professor Zacchaeus Adango, SN, the chairman of the Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters, Senator Michael Bamidele, CON, the chairman of the House of Representative Committee on Justice, Honorable Ozuribo Ugonna, the chairman and members of the Body of Ventures, as well as the Body of Senior Advocates of Nigeria, and also our past president of NBA, past and present, like Chief Osijo Okocha, SN, Mr. Okewale, SN, Mr. Olumide Apata, and the current president, Mr. YC Mekiao, for their cooperation in making this event a reality. I will not also forget members of the Council of Legal Education for their support, cooperation, and assistance. Gentlemen, as we are commissioning this project today, a memorable day, the chairman of the Body of Ventures, who is in our midst, Professor Chief Welo Olanipeku, CON, is also marking his 71st birthday today. So join me in also congratulating him and wishing him many happier returns. He left the birthday celebration in Lagos to come and join us. Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. So I conclude by saying I thank you all. Long live the institution of democracy and dividends. Long live Rivers State. Long live Niger Delta region. Long live the Nigerian Law School. And long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to give this remark, may I invite Senator Bayani Bamidele, CON, Chairman, Senate Committee on Judiciary.
Your Excellencies, Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who is here ably represented by the Honorable Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Your Excellency, Governor of Rivers State. Very, very eminent Nigerians seated on the high table, as well as very and most highly esteemed stakeholders of the legal profession present here today. The protocol has been well established, and I don't believe anyone can stand on protocol because it doesn't have the strength to carry anybody. But I would say I most respectfully extend all courtesies because time is well spent. My own remarks on behalf of my colleagues from the Senate and on behalf of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria would be to just quickly have a word for different stakeholders. To Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I want to say on behalf of our colleagues, congratulations for not allowing politics to deny Nigerians and our profession of the beauty that is here to behold. And that is why when the rain was starting, and it was obvious that everybody was praying that, oh God, you know, this is too beautiful for the rain to disrupt. That was why you were praying. I joined in that prayer. But the reason I was making my own prayer, and I'm glad the rain has stopped now, was that the president who meant so much and who encouraged and approved this to happen should not have any reason to have to commission it under the protection and canopy of an umbrella. And I am glad the president will be able to commission this without an umbrella being very organized. And beyond the president, my short message also to the legal profession. And when I say the legal profession, I'm referring to all the stakeholders. Here we have the body of venture, we have the NBA, and all the esteemed stakeholders from both the bar and the bench. This is a happy moment for all of us, and we're all proud to be a part of this. But I also feel, on behalf of my colleagues from the National Assembly, there can also not be a better moment to remind us of our seeming failure in being able to accomplish our desire to give to ourselves a new Legal Practitioners Act that will be in overriding public interest and that will make us to be consistent and compliant with global best practice standards. That it has taken several years and almost 3 leadership of the Nigerian Bar Association as well as the body of benches for us to be able to amend or repeal the Legal Practitioners Act in a way that contemporary issues will be taken care of is something that is worrisome. And I hope as we celebrate what is happening here today, we will spare a thought in ensuring that all sides just come to a conclusion that this will be a reality. And I think that all of us as a food for thought. And to the parents, I also have this to say. In the Senate, we've been receiving different kinds of requests and pressure to bring to bear on the leadership of the Nigerian Council of Legal Education to admit more students, especially those who have been home for 3-4 years because the Nigerian Law School couldn't accommodate all of them. Yes, the Rivers intervention is going to make a lot of difference. But my message to them, those parents, as well as faculties of law of our various universities, is that let's take it easy. It will take a while. Because from our discussions with the leadership of the Nigerian Law School, it is obvious that the Rivers intervention would help ameliorate this situation. But in the meantime, it's not only about admitting new students into the Rivers, the Port Harcourt campus, it's also an opportunity for them to decongest the existing law school campuses and take care of some of the backups that are there. So the struggle for admission for more students and law graduates is something that I believe must still be on for a while, but definitely this is going to be a highway to a solution. And then to the people of Rivers State, the government and people of Rivers State, again, I want to say on behalf of our colleagues, thank you. It couldn't have been any better than this. Yes, we had our concerns in the Senate and in the National Assembly when this whole idea was coming up. And when eventually we came here on an oversight visit and we saw what was coming, we didn't need anybody to tell us that this was something that we should embrace and celebrate. And I'm happy that part of this. When eventually we came here on an oversight visit and we saw what was coming, we didn't need anybody to tell us that this was something that we should embrace and celebrate. And I'm happy that we all have been a part of this success story. But today, human beings like you, people of Rivers State, people of Nigeria, stakeholders and members of the legal profession are saying they are very proud of you. They have judged your rights. You are judged by your fellow human beings who have done right. I can only call on history and posterity to be an impartial witness. I congratulate you, Governor Wike. And there are no doubt in the fact that this is a happy day for all of us in the profession and the country. But as we are here, I'm putting you in your own words, in the sweet us. But I know as in the sweet us, I guess some people will in the God bless you.
Thank you very much. To give you back, may I respectfully invite the Chairman, House Committee of Justice, Honorable Goodwill. Committee on Justice, Honorable Ugonna Uzuribo.
The German Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters, distinguished Senator Bamidele and every other senator here present, my colleagues, members of House of Representatives, the German Nigerian Bar Association, please allow me now to stand on the established protocol. Your Excellency, I bring greetings from the Right Honorable Speaker, House of Representatives, your friend, Right Honorable Femi Bajabamila and the entire House of Representatives. Your Excellency, we appreciate you for all your efforts in improving the justice sector in Nigeria. We've seen what you have built here in Port Harcourt, but we know that this is not only in Port Harcourt. We recognize what you are doing in Bayelsa campus of Nigerian Law School. Before now, Your Excellency, all the pressure from Nigerian Law School for all Nigerian graduates, everybody wants to serve in Abuja campus. But today, the DD will expire and the reverse is the case. All destination is sent out to Port Harcourt. We appreciate you so much, Your Excellency. But I will want to differ somehow from what my colleague, the senior chairman, have said. For us, in the House of Representatives, Your Excellency, let me release music that is trending now. As it is sweet you, it is sweet us. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It's now time for Goodwill messages. May I invite to give this Goodwill message the Chairman, Body of Ventures, Chief Wole Olanipekun, SAN, OFR.
CON. Mr. President, Honorable Attorney General, you are representing our President, and we extend all the courtesies due to our President to you, Honorable Attorney General of the Federation. The Governor of Rivers State, my brother, my friend, my client, the capacity governor of Rivers State, and his wife, may I adopt all the protocols, but I want to crave your indulgence to appreciate my predecessor in office, and also with Uriah, OCJ Okosha, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, JP. He said you are the good priest, and rains were coming down, and you couldn't arrest. You have lost that title. And past presidents of the Nigerian Bar Association who are here, and my president, and may I recognize my amiable Vice Chairman of the Board of Ventures, the Honorable Justice Mary Peter Odibi, and my friend, the husband, Peter Odibi. I've been asked to, on behalf of the Board of Ventures, Mr. Governor, I bring goodwill messages to you and to the entire people of Rivers State. Exactly on 29th of September, when the President came to commission the Body of Ventures complex, I referenced you, I settled on you, Mr. Governor. I mentioned the assistance you made to us on the Body of Ventures, very bogus, very large, very massive, very tall. And some people thereafter called that, why did I zero in on you? And I said, we have a lot of other people who assisted us, but that you and your government, you are first among equals. Now let me say this, and my colleagues are here. I'm not used to dressing people in borrowed robes. All of us in the legal profession, we come to contribute our humble quotas here and there, but I'm not aware, and I've gone through the books of any lawyer, starting from the days of Jacora Williams, out of their great forerunner, a great leader, a great potentate, and other potentates after him, and still living. All of them and all of us who have come, we make our own contributions. But we are special. Every human being has a ministry. And let me say this. Living or dead, I'm not aware of any legal practitioner who has made financial and logistic contributions to the legal profession, to the advancement of the legal profession, more than you. And before people take me to social media, I will expatiate. I practice here in Rivers State. So he may take me to social media, I will expatiate. I practice here in Rivers. The national government put it in place. It's always good to respect your peers. It's always good to respect your predecessors. You are naming it after our own leader. The second gentleman to take the seat in Nigeria, a former Attorney General of the Federation. You are not naming it Wike, campus of Nigerian Law School. To Wike's successor, whoever, not just your immediate successor now, to your successors in office. And I'm speaking to all the people of Rivers State. This is not Wike's property. Although God used him to bequeath it to the legal profession and to humanity, trying to maintain it. I'm trying to respect Wike. Those who are coming behind him, look at what they have done to this gentleman. My friend, Peter Oji, respecting him, don't pull your predecessors down. Respect Wike and don't assume mantle of leadership tomorrow and say, oh, it's Wike's edifice, and that we are not going to maintain it. Because one thing we lack in Nigeria is maintenance culture. We need to maintain this place. It's a beauty. It's a thing of joy. Our hearts are gladdened. And Mr. Governor, Mr. Capacity, the President, by the way, infrastructural leader. The President, you are in the PDP. The President is of the APC. But let us appreciate the President for doing the right thing. You are not here. You didn't ask for it. And we want you to have the television, President addressing you, decorating you as the best performing governor in this country in terms of infrastructural and thank you. Long live Rivers State, long live Wike and his family, long live Nigeria. Thank you. And by the way, before I take my seat, my wife was asking me, why are you talking about selling the money? Today is your birthday. I said, I must be here because we have to respect this gentleman, we have to honor him, we have to appreciate him, we have to encourage him, and I have a duty to do that. God bless you all.
Thank you very much. To give this Goodwill message, may I respectfully invite the Chief Judge of Rivers State, Honorable Justice Senior Chibuzo Muhammadu.
His Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, ably represented by the Honorable Attorney General Malami, SA, COL. Your Excellency, Chief Wike, the Governor of Rivers State, and His Honorable Wike, my lords, judges of the Supreme Court here, serving and retired, Your Excellency, Dr. Peter Oji, former Governor of Rivers State, heads of courts here, present, distinguished senators, my learned brothers, please, at this juncture, permit me to stand on existing protocol. I heartily and warmly welcome His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and his entourage, and all the august personalities here present on this unique and momentous inauguration of the Nabo, Dr. Nabo Douglas campus of the Nigerian Law School, Port Harcourt. Today will long be remembered and treasured by the good people of Rivers State and well-meaning Nigerians and all stakeholders in the administration of justice in Nigeria. I recall that Rivers people and Nigerians witnessed the groundbreaking foundation ceremony for this Port Harcourt Law School campus of the Nigerian Law School on the 17th of July 2021, that is about 17 months ago. when His Excellency Chief Nyeso Wike, CON, GSSRS, US Africa, the Governor of Rivers State, gave a formidable assurance to complete and hand over this project to the Council of Legal Education within 12 months. Doubting Thomases, who do not know the track record of His Excellency, expressed reservations, but it is exceedingly and pleasantly surprising to see that His Excellency, in a breathtaking speed, kept faith with his promise and completed this gigantic edifice in less than 12 months. And on June 27, 2022 date, handed over the completed project to the Council of Legal Education, which is being commissioned today, 18 November 2022. This is a superlative and commendable feat by all genuine lovers of progress. From all that we have read, showed, said, and demonstrated here, this Dr. Nabo Douglas campus of the Nigerian Law School ranks as a self-sustaining world-class law school in Nigeria. Unarguably, the unrivaled best campus among the existing law school campuses in Nigeria. It bears reminding to know that His Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State, has the entire Nigerian nation and its people as his target and focus on infrastructural development irrespective of state, class, or political cleavage or leanings. And that is the reason His Excellency saw the overhauling / renovation of the Court of Appeal Port Harcourt Division, construction of residential quarter for justice and furnishing same, construction of befitting Federal High Court complex Port Harcourt, residential quarter for judges and furnishing same, the National Industrial Court complex Port Harcourt, residential quarter for judges and furnishing same. His Excellency's development transfer did not end at our home state and River State judiciary. His Excellency's government constructed a world-class self-sufficient exquisite 24 bedroom duplexes for serving judicial officers of River State origin, serving in federal and River State judiciary, and a handsome amount for those who elected for money in lieu of provision of accommodation by the River State government. The Inaugurates campus of the Nigerian Law School, Bayelsa State, His Excellency's government is constructing students' hostel and other structures there. Little wonder then that the Vice President, His Excellency Professor Yemi Osibanjo, GCON, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, as acting President of Nigeria in 2017, saw it fitting and proper to name our governor the Master Project of Nigeria. During his walking visit to Niger Delta region on inspection of projects executed by the Governor of River State. We are all also aware that very recently, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, in heartfelt and honest appreciation of the matchless infrastructural development in River State, in a rare and outstanding display of statesmanship and generosity of spirit beyond politics and party lines, on 31st of October 2022, conferred on His Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State, the Distinguished Award in Infrastructural Delivery at the Nigerian Excellence Awards in Public Service at Abuja. No doubt the existence of the Dr. Nabo Douglas campus, Port Harcourt, of the Nigerian Law School will generate employment and associated business enterprises and provide admission opportunities for more law school applicants than the capacity of existing campuses. It is my humble appeal to the director, lecturers, support staff, and students to be posted to this campus to guide against the destruction of the facilities that have been put in place. Maintenance culture must not be jettisoned. I thank the chairman and members of the Council of Legal Education for listening to our governor's request, and I thank the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for approving this campus. I cannot thank His Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State, enough. Above all, I thank Almighty God for making it possible for us to witness this day. May God bless you all. Long live the government and the good people of Rivers State. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much. To give this goodwill message, may I respectfully invite the representative of the body of senior advocates of Nigeria, Port Harcourt Chapter, SAR, OCJ, Culture, OFI, SAN, JB.
Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, here ably represented by my learned friend, learned brother Silk, Abubakar Malami, CON, SAN. Honorable Attorney General and Commissioner, Minister of Justice of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Your Excellency, Governor Wike and your lovely wife, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Let me first deny that my oracle has lost its potence. You can see my very able and well-respected successor in office as President, Chief Wike, Chairman of the Body of Ventures, that the rain has stopped. I was discussing the matter there with Right Honorable Chief, and I say, you know, just as in the profession, there are always two sides, those that are for and those that are against. Some that it is sweetening and some that it is paining. I also involved in this matter of the rape. They were drawing it, we were holding it. And thank God we finally won. One of the serious note, Your Excellencies, it's an honor and a privilege to be here today and to be given this opportunity to speak on behalf of the body of senior advocates of Nigeria, Port Harcourt Chapter. But let me extend my brief and cover all the senior advocates that have come. And there are many here, Your Excellencies. Perhaps the only one senior to me is Chief Wike, our leader and now the chairman of the body of ventures. So, on behalf of the body of senior advocates of Nigeria, let me also add my words to say congratulations to the Council of Legal Education for this magnificent structure that has been bequeathed to you and to succeeding generations of lawyers in this country by His Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State, the government and the people of Rivers State. It is indeed a magnificent edifice in every respect. When we came for the groundbreaking ceremony, we had just returned a few weeks before from Yenegoa, where His Excellency had started the construction of 2 hostels, one for males, one for females, and then a multi-purpose hall with a capacity of 1,500 persons. And all of us agreed. I suspect, and I think that I may be right, that when His Excellency had that vision, he consulted with Muhammadu, former Attorney General of the Federation, who was also on that trip, and Demi and Dodo, SAN, his very close friends. And then he told us, and all of us said, Your Excellency, this will perhaps be a very, very landmark donation to the Council of Legal Education and the Nigerian Law School. As we all know, the Council of Legal Education, the Nigerian Law School, is that
unified entity that produces all legal practitioners in Nigeria, the personnel for the bar, the personnel for the bench. There is no justice of the Supreme Court today who did not pass through the Nigerian law school. And so this is another legacy to secure the future production of eminent lawyers and dedicated judges and justices. So, Excellency, let me also join everybody to thank you for what you have done for the legal profession, which is your original and primary constituency. Senator Opeyemi Bamidele, the Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters, their chairman, was cracking a joke about umbrellas bringing us into this hall. I tried to say to him, but I couldn't reach him, that the umbrella is becoming very effective throughout Nigeria. And all Nigerians must find their way into the umbrella. Most distinguished, I hope you agree with me that we need umbrella to cover every Nigerian. Once again, I want to thank you all for your kind attention. The body of senior advocates identifies with one who is a lover of the profession. So many have said what he has done in every sector of the legal profession, both at the bar and for those on the bench. So, Your Excellency, keep up the good work. We know that the coxes are about to fall, but then we know that the future lies ahead of you. And my hope and prayer is that someday Nigeria will call on you to give the leadership Nigeria needs. I thank you all for listening, and may God bless us all.
Thank you very much, sir. May I invite to give this goodwill message the President of Nigeria Bar Association, Yakubu Choloko Wike, SAN.
Thank you. The adjustment of the microphone is not going to be much because it was my predecessor that just spoke. Mr. President, Republic of Nigeria, and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, ably represented by my brother, Malami, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, CON, and His Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Izewo. I will also add capacity to it, but I will put a context before I finish my goodwill message. Capacity, Wike. GSSR, Life Venture, and a member of the Nigerian Bar Association. This goodwill would not have been complete without me, who has been given the privilege of succeeding the likes of Chief Wole Olanipekun, OFR, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, OCJ Okocha, JP, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, CON, Mr. Okewale, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Mr. Austin Alege, not too young to be wealthy, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, and of course my immediate predecessor, Olumide Apata. I was going to say Senior Advocate of Nigeria.
but the 30th president of the Nigerian Bar Association. So when the representative of the body of senior advocates came to speak, to give his own goodwill and message, he couldn't have spoken for the capacity governor by reason of the fact that he's not a senior advocate of Nigeria. And that is why only I can speak for both those who are senior advocates of Nigeria. And of course, our capacity governor, who does not belong to that class that has gone so credited that even the senior advocates would like to follow him. But I want to remind the senior advocates, even though I also belong to that group, that both those who are senior advocates and the non-senior advocates that we are so very proud of belong to the Nigerian Bar Association. And that is why we are very proud to be here, and I'm glad for this honor and privilege to deliver the goodwill message on behalf of the Nigerian Bar Association. I adopt every lofty words that have been spoken concerning our amiable governor. I adopt every lofty words that have been spoken concerning our amiable governor. But let me just put a little bit of context to what is happening today. And I say this without disrespect to anyone who belongs to any other profession in this country or anywhere in the world. The recovery and the reformation and the repositioning that Nigeria requires today can only be provided by the members of the legal profession. And that is because in the call upon every member of the legal profession that qualifies us as members of the only noble profession in the world, that qualifies us to be referred to as learned men, comes with the responsibility to provide leadership to the people. The only way you can provide leadership to the people is to serve justice to them. And only members of the legal profession are privileged to be taught and instructed on the subject of justice, such that we are the ones who see justice and know justice is present. We are the ones who can identify the absence of justice and also now provide remedies to the people. And it is only when we do that that we can earn the confidence of the people to provide that leadership that we are primarily called to offer to them. And that is why I am glad today for all the things that have been spoken about this very illustrious member of the Nigerian Bar Association concerning the leadership that he has provided like no other leader in this country as yet. And what we are celebrating today is simply an exhibition, a demonstration. Your Excellency, you have allowed the expression of that excellence that an ideal lawyer carries inside of him. That yearning to invest in the legal profession. Your Excellency, I know you are not simply investing because of your bias for the legal profession. No, beyond that, because you are a lawyer, because you understand the call of a lawyer to bring leadership to the people, you are deliberately investing in the legal profession in order to equip further the legal profession to deliver justice to the people. And that is the kind of mindset that every leader must have who desires development for the nation and his nation. And I have had cause to call on our government to be deliberate about investing in the legal profession at the university level, at the law school level. And then we are talking about the judiciary, invest in the judiciary, improve the infrastructure, make their work comfortable, and that is the only way we can deliver justice. And that is what I believe Governor Wike represents. And like someone who spoke earlier said, that, well, even if you don't give Governor Wike the opportunity to rule this country, I'm not a politician, but please copy from what Governor Wike has done in investing in the legal profession. And you know, I come from the Caliphate area. It was Usman Al-Fodio that said, if you take away religion from the people, they can exist, but they cannot exist without justice. And that is what you and I are called to serve the people, and that is what Dr. Wike has been investing on in. And I want to congratulate you that you are, and this is what every lawyer is supposed to do. You have come from our perspective in the league of the likes of Chief Awolowo, who sat down as a lawyer and brought his ideas and conception to develop the Western Nigeria. Only recently we went to commission the legal aid building named after one of our illustrious legal practitioners, Ikezo, senior advocate of Nigeria, who was from a private practice and devoted all his time and all his resources in order to further the cause of justice. I also have an example in our current Vice President, who in his stint as Attorney General of Lagos State transformed that ministry such that today the Ministry of Justice in Lagos State is one place where we all look up to in order to also transform our ministries of justice. And I have the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria today, the person of my brother, Malami, senior advocate of Nigeria, who has also demonstrated that heart, using the opportunity that God has given to him in that office, in dealing with some issues in such a decisive manner that would otherwise have cost Nigeria a lot of money and probably would have plunged this country into an economic crisis. And so Governor Wike is using the opportunity that God has given to him to serve as governor of this state, and he is deploying that opportunity to serve the legal profession. I say to you, congratulations, and I know that long after you have gone, and I'm not saying that you are going anytime soon. I earlier said that I offered to be the MC at your 90th birthday ceremony. God bless you. God bless your effort. God bless Rivers State. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I'm not sure if I saw Mama Hirat Balogun in the room, but if she's the one I also saw earlier, I recognize her anyway since I mentioned her name. Thank you very much for the privilege to share our own Goodwill message on behalf of the Nigerian Bar Association. Thank you, God bless.
Thank you very much. To give a message on behalf of the Dr. Nabo Douglas SAN family, may I respectfully invite Mrs. Dakorin Uma Graham Douglas.
President and Commander-in-Chief, Federal Republic of Nigeria, represented here by the Honorable Attorney General of the Federation, His Excellency Governor Wike, Executive Governor of Rivers State, members of the judiciary, the bar, members of the National Assembly, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. The bar, members of the National Assembly, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'll stand on existing protocol as time is fast spent. I stand here on behalf of my siblings, the larger Graham Douglas family, the people of Abonima, and the entire Kalabari Kingdom, awed by the generosity of spirit that has caused you all to take time out of your busy schedules to gather here today, not only to witness the commissioning of this wonderful edifice, but also to honor my dad, our father, because my sister says I should make sure I say it's our father, the late Dr. Nabo Bekimbo Graham Douglas. My most profound gratitude must go first to my governor, His Excellency, Mr. Capacity. Your Excellency, without prompting or lobby, you took it upon yourself to immortalize one of the founding fathers of River State. A man who's been gone for 4 decades, a man who is not, no longer relevant, as we will say today, but you've refused to allow that his memory be forgotten. Thank you very much. And this is not the first time. Many of you may not know, but this is not the first he's doing. The very first thing you did, to my knowledge, is that you named or renamed the Faculty of Law at the River State University after my dad, so that it's now called Dr. Nabo Bekimbo Graham Douglas Faculty of Law. Thank you. And then you conceptualized this project, initiated it, won the approval of relevant stakeholders, and financed it all by yourself. It is the first of its kind in Nigeria, a law campus financed 100% by a state and named after an individual. On top of it all, you started the project as you said you would and finished it ahead of time. True to your promise, the campus is beautiful, it boasts ultra-modern facilities, it's conducive for learning, and it's the best in Nigeria. My father, Dr. Graham Douglas, was a man to whom learning was very important. He educated himself to attain a doctorate degree in law. He owned, we were told, the biggest library in Eastern Nigeria, and at some point, probably the biggest law library in Nigeria, until it was burned down during the Civil War. He was Attorney General of Eastern Nigeria, the first Attorney General of Rivers State, and at one time, Honorable Attorney General of the Federation. He was one of the first lawyers to be conferred with the prestigious rank of Senior Advocate of Nigeria. He was recognized for his contribution to the Nigerian state with national honors as Officer of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He taught professional ethics at the Nigerian Law School. He was chairman of legal education at the time of his death. He was a member of the body of benchers. For a man like this, to whom education was so important, and a man who lived and loved the law and gave so much for the development of law in Nigeria, there is no better way to honor him. Thank you very much. I must also thank the Council of Legal Education, the body of benchers, and all stakeholders in the Law and Justice Project for your support. Thank you so much for turning out en masse at this occasion. Thank you for the support and approval you gave to the project. You honored one of your own. We will always be grateful. Thank you. And then to our host community, I would like to say that you have really been very supportive of the project. You provided an amicable working environment for the contractors. Now I must ask you to also welcome everybody who comes to teach or to learn here. Show them the river's hospitality, make them feel safe, make them feel welcome. To everybody who has come from far and wide to mark this occasion, I just again want to tell you thank you very much. I pray that God will, in his infinite mercies, will also cause you to be celebrated. Have a safe journey home. Thank you.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I at this point respectfully invite the Governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Yeso Ezewo Wike, Commander of the Order of the Niger, Grand Service Star of Rivers State, Life Bencher.
Please be seated. Your Excellency, Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, Commander of the Order of the Niger, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Your Excellency, my dear wife, the Chairman, Council of Legal Education, let me, because of very big dignitaries that are here, and in order not to make mistake, let me observe all protocols, but particularly to recognize my leader and the man whom God used to make us what we are, Sir Dr. Peter Odili and his wife. Gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, let me apologize that we are forced to come into this multipurpose hall. Of course, you know, enemies will never rest. Unfortunately, they didn't know that we have an auditorium that can take the entire crowd. So it will be paining them more that this occasion is still going on. But next time I can assure you, I will be in charge. When I used to be chairman of local government, any activity, His Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State will say, make sure there will be no rain. I say there will be no rain. And there will be no rain. These days, I don't know what the chairman are doing. Maybe they are not seeing the people well, and that's the problem. With Excellency, mine will be to say thank you to a lot of people. I would give you the history of how this law school started. So many people may not know. And I used to lose faith in Nigeria that we don't have a country again. Everything is about ethnicity, everything is about where you come from. But I was given hope by the Director General of Nigerian Law School that there are still people who believe in the unity of this country, who believe that it is not because I'm from so-so place and therefore anything that comes must go to that area. Some time ago, I attended the court bar in Abuja. While the body of benchers were filing to the hall, I looked at the surroundings of the building. I said, how can we have this as a law school? And especially the headquarters of Nigerian Law School. This is unacceptable. And then I sent somebody to call me the Director General of Law School. I don't know him. So he came. And I said, are you the DG? He said, yes. This is our law school. What is happening? He said, well, they will manage what they have. They have no funds. I said, no. How do I support to make sure that at least this is my constituency? If I leave tomorrow as governor and then I'm criticizing, people will ask me, when you were there, what was your contribution to make sure we have a better legal education? So I told him, okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to support one of these two buildings. He said, no, take the money to Bayelsa State, that he prefers the money to be used in Bayelsa State.
where you have the Nigerian Law School. And I remembered when I was Chief of Staff, this law school that's in Bayelsa today was to come to Rivers State. But then the government at that time said no. They were not willing to have law school campus in Port Harcourt. So I told the DG, okay, I will come to Bayelsa and see for myself. We went to Bayelsa. I can tell you, even your worst slave, you will never allow your worst slave to go to that school. You will never. So bad. You will never pray to allow a slave to go to that school. And I was touched when we got to that place. And I said, okay, what do we do? He said, the immediate problem now is no accommodation, no auditorium for them to do any activity. I said, okay, River State government will contribute to building 900 space of a hostel and then 1,500 capacity multipurpose hall. Then I told him to go and design it. They designed it, they bought it at the cost of 5.something billion. I said, okay, we awarded, we passed through the due process and we awarded the contract. That alone gave me a problem. It gave me a problem. Oh, I came to show that we have money. It gave me a political problem, everything. Some people say, oh, Mr. Donatus, he doesn't know what to do with money. So, one of the days we choose, that was last year, something May, June. As we were going for the foundation laying ceremony, when a boss is here, Damian Dodo, former president of MBA, Apata is here, my former friend. The permanent secretary, Minister of Justice then, I think he's retired, and the chairman, Council of Legal Education. So we were discussing the boss, and I said, look, we have this kind of problem about carrying capacity. Why not, if they will agree that we are willing to build and hand over, if they are going to start a campus of the Nigerian Law School in Port Harcourt. So they encouraged me that I should mention it during my speech. Some judges of the River State Judiciary Court, in fact, the Chief Judge led them, and some other people, some politicians, some of them are not here. Most people were angry. And I said, look, this is a school sited in the south. Ordinarily, it should have been in Port Harcourt. What if tomorrow your son or your daughter is posted to that school and look at the environment your son or your daughter is learning? How would you feel? They say, well, it is not why we should go and put that kind of money. I say, well, I've made my commitment. But some people do also not understand that public relation is part of governance. So when that day, during the flag off, and I said to them, we are willing to build a brand new school if you will agree to just give us approval. Then the chairman of law school and legal education, Council of Legal Education, and the DG now said, no, the permanent secretary said, I will carry this request, it's a tempting request, to the Attorney General and Minister of Justice. I said, I don't enter one of them. If it's going to pass through the Attorney General, don't forget it is gone. Because I'm one of the most critical. I said, how would they see that I approve wicked? No, it's not possible. It's not possible. So the DG came back to me. So look, put application. I said, what do you mean? Application, I should write application through that one. I said, to go to where? He said, the president would, president again. Except that he would not want this to work. I couldn't believe it. It was sent to the Council of Education. It was approved. The next day they took it, like the DG said, to the Honorable Attorney General. He said, when he go to him, the Attorney General said, somebody wants to assist us, something federal work or not do. You want me to play politics? I will not approve. So then he now called me. The Attorney General has approved. I said, wait, bring the letter by yourself. I don't want to hear it. Bring the letter. Not approve it. But before you know it, they say they can't see the file again. Bring the letter. So he brought the letter. I said, hold on. I'm going to call the leaders of the state, the senior lawyers, let them come before you make that presentation. And so he came and made the presentation. Behold, that they have approved the campus of the Nigerian Law School to be Port Harcourt. I said, okay. When are we going to do the flag off? They said it I'm ready. I said, okay, I'm ready July. They came. Of course, when they saw that flag off, the chairman of the Senate committee, he was not happy. House committee was not happy. Deputy Senate President was not happy. Politics started. No. How could they have done flag off? They did not tell the whole Senate committee chairman on judiciary and human rights. The House and then you know all of them are the same party. I don't know opposition party. So the politics started. So I now went to, I said, Babi Dele. I said, how many times have I called you? He said 3 times. I said, my brother, give me what God has given to you. Go and take your own. But leave me this one they have given to me. If not, I'll go to River State and tell them that it was Bamidele that stopped the campus of the Nigerian Law School, Port Harcourt. I called his governor, fire me. I said, fire me. Call Bamidele, call him. He said, what happened? I said, he wants to take away my law school to Delta. It's okay, he will call him out, not knowing that don't you want law school in their own place. So it was a big problem for us. But I thank God that he came up and said, look, the truth must be told. And they came here and saw what was on ground and said, look, no need of playing politics, and the law school has come to stay. This law school was not designed by us. It was designed by the Council of Legal Education. And they said this should be a model if anybody wants to build a campus of the law school. So it is not as if we design. No. I said, you design, tell us what you want, how do you want it. So I'll let you know tomorrow. We design it in our own way. So the DG bought it and said, look, this is what the Council of Legal Education had approved. That's okay. Then we started looking for contractors. I called Julius Berger. They called amount of money that I said, look, I don't want to start a project I cannot finish. This project, I said I must finish it within 1 year. So I told Julius Berger, rest. I called Lubrix. They gave me a price. I said, this people, are they supporting me at all? They're trying to discourage me. But this is one project. I said, look, I must do and I must finish. Then I called politicians. I said, look, every time you talk about empowerment, but the condition I will give here, if you're ready to go to jail, take this job. So I said, look, we are ready, we will build it. I was afraid. I said, look, if they don't build it now, I go and arrest them. They said, look at him, he's arresting all his supporters. That's okay. It's a risk I would take. All the buildings you see here, each one done by one politician. Each one. Each one. If you have 17 buildings here, done by 17 people, forget about those who are in Abuja. Oh, each one. There's no one that was done by an outsider. All Rivers people. But every morning I'm here. As I'm leaving work, I'm here. I even went and told some of their wives, I said, come, your husband is likely to go to jail. They said, why? I said, because I gave him job. If he doesn't want to go to jail, tell him to go and do my work. And I thank God I did that. So some of them didn't have any excuse to say, oh, I will not be allowed. So their wife knew that they are doing a job. So they were also supervising the job. So some of them came to me, why did you go and tell our wife? I said, yes, 2 things. So that the money will not go away. And 2, the project will be completed. They were working day and night. Even on Sundays, they were working. We completed this project in 10 months' time. 10 months' time. 10 months' time. It cost us 17 billion naira. We are not owing a dime. We are not owing a dime. So, somebody I don't know place on River said, they should ask more than doing with the money that came to River State. Tell your governor to say what he's doing with his money. Come to my state, you will see what I'm doing with River State money. But I will try, let me just say that I don't praise Mr. President. No. I told it's not for me to allow them to do well. We are prayer. If they shouldn't do well, so we can take over. But the truth is that, and let me say it for the first time, so many people ask me, where is he getting this money from? Let me say it. And I want to the President to thank Mr. President. To thank Mr. President. Money that were not paid to the Niger Delta State since 1999. Money, the 13% deductions, money that were not paid. Mr. President approved and paid all of us from Niger Delta and paid us. And for me, it will be unfair not to tell the public. It is not from FAC money. It is the money as paid to me as River State, Delta State, Akwa Ibom State, Edo State, Bayelsa State. And I thank God. And I can say it. And that is why today, since 2019 till now, yesterday we commissioned the 9th flyover. On December we commissioned the 10th flyover. By February next year, we commission 11 and 12 flyovers. The other day, we commissioned the Cancer Center, which we named after our leader, Dr. Peter Odile. Jonas Berger built it and charged us 25.9 billion, equipped by GE, General Electric. We paid, no 1 naira is being owed, not one. Not one. So, I want to sincerely, from my heart and on behalf of the government and people of the state, thank Mr. President for this. Because, I mean, as an opposition government, he could have as well said, don't pay. You can't do anything. After all, since 1999, the money has not been paid. You didn't do anything. So I want to sincerely thank him just on that one. So that you don't take more now. You know, so what I must say so. And that's what we're seeing here today. And I will appeal to all of us. Yes, forget about the rain. Those people, they are now be disappointed. If you have time, don't rush. Whether you go to the moot court, whether you go to the cafeteria, whether you go to the library, or you go to the classroom or the hostels. That is what we are supposed to have. Luckily, the National Assembly members are here. Part of our problem in this country is the budgeting system. There's no reason why in the 6 geopolitical zones we should not have a befitting law school campus like this. There's no reason. The problem is this. When they send to the National Assembly that they what they want to build, something that will cost 20 billion, for example, they put in the budget 500 million for that year. Now, a project that will take 20 billion, you put 500 million naira for that year. And knowing that inflation rate, every year inflation rate will go high. Now, in the next 20 years, you have not completed one project because of our budgeting system. I'm sorry to say, we are still friends, but I'm sorry to say this. You see, when you look at most of the things in the budget, they are unnecessary, very unnecessary. Construction, buying of bicycle, keke napep, it's unnecessary. Some are building halls for us, community halls. What is that? What is the business of federal government to do community halls? What is the function of local government? What's the function of state? If this money are taken to strategic projects that will develop our country. That's why I tell my National Assembly members, each time you come back here, you are buying a motorcycle, which is aiding crime in my area. I have banned the use of motorcycle, and you are bringing back motorcycle. Where these courts, criminals who used to commit crime. We should put our money in things that will develop our country, in things that will develop our state. I believe, and you have that passion. That's why most of the law schools you want to create. I was asking DG, when they were assigned to one now in Ekiti, where would they get the money from? Ekiti does not have money to build a law school. But it's true. I'm sorry, the chairman of the Board of Ventures, I'm sorry. The truth must be, where would they get the money? If not there, it's not, so you don't need to go and establish simply because you want law school there. How much will you put in the budget? So, for me, let us do things, even the ones we have, let us see how we can improve on them. Go to the answer. We have paid 80% of that money. 80% we have paid to make sure that latest by January, February, that school, that campus, you have to commission it. I will not leave it for anybody to come and commission it. I will not leave it. So if anybody thinking that I'll just build and go, no, I will commission it before I go. So I thank you, and I thank the Honorable Nigerian for approving that it should be named after Dr. Nabo Douglas. When I called our senior lawyers, I said, look, I'm thinking, who do we name this school after? In fact, so many, where my head was going to, that's what they were talking about. But somehow, we came into agreement. And the day I announced it, every lawyer in the state was happy. Every lawyer was happy. And like the speaker on behalf of the family said here, it's not about where you come from. It's about who merits this. Who, among the lawyers in the state, who merits it? It is Dr. Douglas. And it's not about because, if another person has merited it, we'll do it. Just like, and I thank you for giving us approval before we hand over. So if we hand over to people now, we have no road against it. To name some of these projects facilitated after some people who have contributed to legal education, particularly those of them from the state. But I want to appeal, yes, this is Nigerian law school, but just to also protect me, you have to give River State a certain percentage of those that were trained to this law school. Because it will be unfair if I spend this amount of money, and then our children will say, look at it now, we can't even have any quota. Please, so that I can sleep very, very well. I know that's what Geraldine, my request has been approved. Now, when we conceived this idea, now another thing that came to us, how do we sustain it? Is it to build and hand over? And then they will went to National Assembly to look for money to run the school. I said, look, we must set a standard so that anybody that wants to set up a law school campus like this should also know, not just building, how do you sustain it? Maintenance is key. In most of government structures, nobody maintains them simply because, not just anyway, yes, the funding may not be there, but the truth of the matter too, sometimes when the funding is there, what happens? So every time we talk about no funding, even the little that is given, if we apply it judiciously, it will not be the way it is. I agree the funding may not be enough. I used to tell my chief judge. In fact, he sent me text thanking me. I said, what I so God has used me to now he's the happiest chief judge because I released 80% of his capital vote. Because how many states will release it? 80%. That is in fact 100%. Ordinarily, budget is an estimate. So if you don't have money, what I will give you is what is available. But I said, no, go ahead. Make sure your courts are working. I don't want to enter a court, no air condition. Why? I won't call a state I went to. I won't call that state. I went to the court. I was so mad. I said, this is the high court. Then when the judge rose, she opened the door. I looked. That's the office of the judge. I cannot believe it. And I don't want that to apply to my state. I want anybody who comes to my state to know that this state is different from other states. If you see what Dr. Peter Lee built, the courts he built that, go and see it. So we don't want to have any low standard. And I've told him, you have to use it very well. I'll go to the court sometimes. If I don't say anything, I'll call him, CJ. My things are not working on. That you know that I'll call him because I won't hide it. And if he doesn't do it, I say, okay, next time. I say, well, me too. I don't want to be a good governor. I want to be a bad governor. I will not release money. You go to NJC. Nobody will impeach me. I'm not a judicial officer. They will not seize my allocation. So the only thing they will say, that one of the worst governors who have ever agreed. I cannot score 100%. Let me score 70 and go. 100% is A, 70 is A. But yes, I don't need to score 100%. All of us A. Our parents will not ask us which A is bigger. No, it's A. So we now say, okay, if you go outside at the left hand, the whole properties there, we acquired it, we paid 2 billion naira to acquire the whole properties there so that they can have something to sustain the school. There's a shopping mall there which will be named after the first teacher of law school, Drunken. Which will be named after the Drunken. So they cannot complain of federal government and not giving us money. They can't. And I have released the money, we agree with them. The 10 million for 4 years, which is 480 million. I've already released it to the Attorney General. And I told the Attorney General, they will sign an undertaking agreement. How they will use this money, so that our money will not go to another law school. No. Every money here must be spent in this law school. I don't want to hear that Enugu has a problem. Let Chairman of the Education find Enugu solve their problem. If Abuja has problem, let Attorney General put it in the budget. So every money you get here, put it here. I don't want you to go outside. Gigi and the council of the police, chairman, stand committee, the money needs to be applied to this place. Let you not go outside. It's okay. How will they do? I asked Gigi. What we have provided for, so he will say, oh, take off this. We have given the deputy director a Land Cruiser Prado to use as an official car. We have given them 2 Hilux, 2 highest buses, 1 ambulance, and 1 fire service truck. So the vehicles are parked outside, not later. Not later. They are parked outside. I don't want to hear, oh, he made a promise. Everything has been done. So for us, we've done our own. It's not remaining for you to make sure that our students, Nigerian students, have that benefit of learning in a very good environment. And let me take this opportunity and say, because if I allow the Council of Education, they may not remember our people. Austin Lega told me, my furniture you are doing, remember your own people too. So we have names of certain facilities here, again, following people. The Chief Justice of Nigeria, this auditorium, multi-purpose Justice, look at the Ariwana, multi-purpose hall. The Moot Court was named after the former Chief Justice of Nigeria, Muhammadu, GCON. The library was named after former CJN, Walter Onoge. The administrative block, of course, in thanking our brother, the Mr. President, who did not play politics, Abubakar Malami, SAN. Then we will have our very good lunch. In fact, when the Attorney General was here last night, we came here around 10 p.m. to see things for himself. I believe when you die, they recognize you. Now that you are alive, the DG of the mosque will have to recognize you. And so we get that after him. Then the medical center, because his senior brother is a doctor too, and he has been preaching about how we should be well. It's named after Emeka Ngige, senior of Nigeria. The classroom blocks, we named it after Chief Wole Olani, chairman of the Now we have, like I said, there are streets here, streets. The first female chief judge of River State, Daisy Okocha, which we have on the streets. One of the streets again is named after our late brother Lucius Wosu. And the only company that supported us in Dorawa, the petrochemical, the only company that gave us 500 billion. And so we named a street after them too. And then late Granville Abibo, who also named one of the streets, I guess. Now we have a lot of hostel blocks, and I want you to go to the hostels. You see the courtyard and the rest. One of them is OCJ Okocha. The second one is Oke Wale. Another one is named after the president of the Court of Appeal, Dombam Mensa. Another one is one of our late leaders, DM Rifa, who is late. And then we also named one of the hostels to the man who legally trained me, E.C. Okala. And when you go to the staff area, the lecturer's quarter, there are 2 blocks. One is named after former CJ Kasina Arrow. And then the last of it is named after our own late leader, Wobidike Wanod. Yes, Wobidike Wanode. I believe that from this evening, as you go out, they will open up the graves and you will see the names there. And I think that these people, for our own knowledge, the Executive Council approved that this thing should be named after them. In order to encourage other people too, I want to sincerely thank all of them. But let me, in particular, thank Muhammadu, who has consistently given us support. In fact, I can tell you that this whole idea was mooted by him, and he continued to encourage me, and he has this to make sure that he participated in this event. Malami, I most sincerely thank you, and I know that on the 3rd of December, the state will be honoring them as lovers of and supporters of River State. Next week, the CJN is coming to commission Justice Mary Odile Judicial Institute, which will build to support our judges and not as a competition with NJI, no, just to give support. And they will believe that magistrates, from time to time, judges from time to time, should be having trainings to, put yourself in order of recent happenings and the legal development. And we'll also commission the Federal Judicial Service Commission which the state universities should have, and we'll take it upon ourselves and build a legitimate edifice for the Federal Judicial Service Commission that will take care of the entire South. And we believe too, before the end of the year, the Chief Judge will invite most of you to come and commission Dr. Modern buildings for the magistrates. We are trying to move out the magistrates from the High Court and let them stay on their own, and to reduce or decongest the High Court premises. So we sincerely thank all of you for coming and believe that God in His infinite mercy will continue to bless all of you and bless the legal profession. I'm very proud, very, very proud to be a member of this noble profession. And those of you who are not happy with that, I can do. Before you qualify as a lawyer to the land venture, I must have done my 90th birthday as the president said. So sincerely, I thank the chairman, the 2 chairmen of the National Assembly, and all the senior advocates that came. I don't know how to thank you, but do not be in a hurry. You have already come, so it takes time. This reminds my friend, former MBA president. You know, people say politicians, when they make promise, they should keep to it. Is it not? I have made promise and I have fulfilled. Is it not? But you promised me before you leave as MBA president, you hand over the reverse floor of the NDA. You have left, you did not hand over to me. Now, you are not a politician, and you made promise you did not fulfill. Me, I have made promise I have fulfilled. So the problem is not only politicians, the problem is all of us. So please, fulfill your promise as I fulfill my promise. Thank you, and God bless you.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to give his address, thereafter commissioned the Dr. Nabo Graham Douglas campus of the Nigerian Law School, Port Harcourt. May I respectfully invite His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by Malami, SAN, CON, Honorable Attorney General of the Federation, and Minister of Justice of Nigeria.
Kindly be seated. By way of general reactions to the submissions made by His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, on a lighter note, I want to state that as a government, we believe in springing surprises. When His Excellency was not paid certain monies for over a decade, we made a promise that we were going to pay, and we have paid. When they were not expecting an approval for the law school, we made a promise we were going to approve, and we have given approval. And this morning, when His Excellency said there was not going to be rain, I said we will have showers of blessings, and it come to pass. On a serious note, Your Excellency, when it comes to national development, politics we set aside. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, Chief Isom Izengo Wike, COL, GSSRS, POS Africa, Esquire, both Life Venture, and indeed Mr. Project and Mr. Capacity, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My Lord, Right Honorable Justice Eberechi Suzetta Wike, wife of His Excellency the Executive Governor of Rivers State, the Right Honorable Speaker, Rivers State House of Assembly, the Chairman, Senate Committee on Judiciary, the former governors here present, inclusive of His Excellency Chief Odili, the Chairman House Committee on Judiciary, Right Honorable Ugona Ozoribo, and other honorable senators and members of the National Assembly here present. His Lordship, Justice Simeon Amadi, CJ Rivers State House of Assembly, the President, Nigerian Bar Association, my friend, my brother, Mr. YC Michael, and the former President of the Bar Association here present, inclusive indeed of Mr. OCJ Okocha and my brother Alege SAN, and all others that I could not set my eyes on, if indeed, incidentally, there is any here present. The Chairman, Body of Benches, the Chairman, Council of Legal Education, the DG, Nigerian Law School. The protocol has already been well established, and I seek your indulgence in the interest of time to stand on the well-established protocol. Let me start by expressing my heartfelt appreciation to the government and good people of Rivers State. the treasure base of the nation. For the special invitation extended to me to be amongst all of you today. I am quite delighted to be part of the epoch-making occasion of the formal grand commissioning and handing over of a magnificent campus, staff quarters, and other associated facilities to the Council of Legal Education by the Rivers State Government. It is indeed heartwarming to recall that this beautiful and ultra-modern campus was completed within 1 year of receiving the approval of the federal government to construct a campus of the Nigerian Law School, upon the request of the government of Rivers State. I must commend the dogged determination of His Excellency Governor Easton Wike, CON, in embarking on this legacy project and completing said within an exceptional record time. Today, the dream of having additional campus of Nigerian Law School to further meet the need of the ever-increasing numbers of applicants to the bar has been made. Our country can now boast of 7 campuses, training schools for law graduates. We are gathered here today to celebrate a reality of the next level, a level of moving justice sector and legal education to the next level of elevation, which demonstrated capacity of project delivery by Mr. Project that indeed has delivered within a time. It is the commissioning of a project which will advance the cause of legal education, which is at the foundation of promoting justice and rule of law. I need not engage in poetic verbosity to properly describe the grand wonder that is being commissioned today by the commissioning of the law school campus here that we are gathered here to commission. The icing on the cake is the fact that this edifice and its state-of-the-art facilities are structured to be self-sustaining through associated revenue earners as designed by a man of higher vision who is now fondly referred to as Mr. Project. This project, among several others, is no doubt an abiding testament to the commitment of His Excellency to the promotion of law and development in Rivers State and beyond. I am aware that His Excellency extended development initiatives to the neighboring Bayelsa State by executing multi-billion naira projects inclusive of a 900-bed space hostel and 1,500 capacity auditorium. In the Inaugurates campus of the Nigerian Law School, where indeed the promise to bring about the project we are here today gathered to commission was made. Today, the promise that was initiated in Yenagoa had indeed come to fruition as a promise made and promise kept. I would also like to place on record that His Excellency has also provided critical infrastructure support to federal courts in Rivers State over the years. These are indeed pace-setting and unparalleled contributions by a state government to what is ordinarily under the remit of the federal government of the Federation. Governor Wike's dedication to this project is better appreciated from the viewpoint of his being an unrelenting advocate of true federalism in Nigeria. The resultant effect of His Excellency's sterling efforts in strengthening the rule of law and national development cannot be overemphasized. I would therefore like to use this opportunity to commend your good heart and statesmanship on behalf of the entire justice family and lovers of justice in Nigeria. You have proven to be exceptional in support not only for the rule of law, but indeed for the development of the justice sector. His Excellency Governor Wike, CON, has executed numerous landmark infrastructural projects which have transformed the human and economic development of Rivers State, while also forging social political alliances, promoting national harmony, and indeed, our dear nation needs more of such unifying factors that have indeed exhibited unifying efforts. It is in recognition of the foregoing that the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari discarded political considerations and acknowledged excellence by conferring Governor Wike with the Nigerian Excellence Award in Public Service. In October 22, for his unprecedented leadership role in the delivery of legacy infrastructural projects in Rivers State and beyond. Your Excellency, you have indeed immortalized yourself, and history will be kind to you. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, let me reiterate that today's ceremony is an avenue for us to remind ourselves of the need to promote cooperation and understanding between the federal and state government in the overall national interest and welfare of our people. I commend this development model being promoted by Rivers State government for emulation and adoption by other state governments in Nigeria. Let me use this opportunity also to inform you that as part of the efforts to enhance the welfare of judicial officers, Mr. President has recently approved an enhanced salary and welfare scheme for judicial officers and accordingly directed the Chairman, Revenue Mobilization and Fiscal Allocation Commission and the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice to promptly commence measures towards the realization and implementation of these directives. These and many other initiatives are targeted at significantly strengthening the capacity and independence of judiciary, which remains a pillar of strength and stability for our democracy. This administration will therefore continue to support efforts to transform the judiciary as part of a critical strategy in ensuring a fair, progressive, and prosperous society with the rule of law as its cornerstone. As the saying goes, to whom much is given, much is also expected. I call on the judiciary to continue to uphold the ethics of the profession and operate in a manner to ensure accountability and probity in the exercise of their judicial and administrative duties. In conclusion, Your Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me use this opportunity to call on the Council of Legal Education to sustain trust by optimally maintaining and running the project in furtherance of our quest to improve and sustain higher standard in legal education. This project is indeed a first setup project that has indeed put in place by the Executive Governor of Rivers State, and we are proud of what he has put in place, both by way of structure, by way of installations, and incidental facilities. The legal profession thrives on sound learning, ethical values, and good good character. The facilities are indeed capable of providing all. Therefore, it is our abiding duty to sustain high standards for those on whose shoulders rests the future of both bar and the bench. I cannot close these remarks without acknowledging the befitting honor to the glorious memory of an illustrious Calabari man, a true son of River State, a patriotic Nigerian, and a legal colossus, Nabo Graham, the Federation. We believe strongly in the unification of our country, and Nigeria needs more of such spirit and courage today more than ever before. I wish to close by heartily congratulating His Excellency, Governor Wike, and the good people of River State, and the Council of Legal Education, and the entire Justice family for this brilliant initiative which has culminated in the building and handing over of this brand new campus to the Council of Legal Education, Nigerian Law School. Finally, accept again, Your Excellency, on behalf of the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, our sincere appreciation for your benevolent and huge support for the legal education and justice family in Nigeria. I thank you most sincerely.
Today, being 18th day of November 2022, this edifice, the campus, is indeed commissioned for the benefit of Nigeria, the River State, and humanity. I pray in the name of Almighty God, the beneficent, that it should be beneficial to mankind for good. Life Venture, Governor of Rivers State, and commission this 18th day of November 2022 by His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, on this day, 18th November 2022, to the glory of God. Thank you.
The National Anthem.
And that's
of the country here in Port Harcourt. That's it. The campus is now, any moment from now or in the coming days, will officially be open for business of the teaching of law in Rivers State. It is the second Nigerian law school campus in the South, the first already operating in Bayelsa State. Earlier, you would recall that the program was temporarily suspended or put on hold as a result of the bad weather. The rains came pouring down on the city of Port Harcourt. But by the grace of God, this program has eventually come to an end. It is rounding off. Now the dignitaries are making their way out. But just to say a thing or two about the facility that has been inaugurated here today, the Port Harcourt campus comprises 14 structures, including 1,500 capacity classroom blocks, hostel blocks, student multipurpose halls, 16 units of 3-bedroom flat staff quarters with a swimming pool, a gymnasium, and a lawn tennis court. Other facilities include a library, a moot court, clinic building, a sick bay, an administrative block, a cafeteria, and sporting facilities for the students. So all these have just been inaugurated today, raising concerns of maintenance. So in terms of sustainability and maintenance, Governor Wike also a few months ago presented the certificate of occupancy for the property, which is just lying beside this campus. Presented that certificate of occupancy to the Council of Legal Education. Governor Wike said the acquisition of the property. Governor Wike said the acquisition of the property will enable the operators of the campus to use them for commercial and revenue-generating activities in order to meet the financial needs of the law school in Port Harcourt. So it's a great day it's a great and historic day for the legal profession, for the judiciary in the country, as this campus is inaugurated today. As dignitaries have all said, it will add a lot of value and impetus to the quality of legal education in Nigeria, as well as very importantly address the capacity and the carrying capacity challenges of the existing law schools in the country. That's it from Port Harcourt. We'll be leaving you now and transferring you back to regular programming on TVC News. Thank you so much for staying with us in the past 3 hours of transmission here in Port Harcourt. God bless you and thanks for watching.
Every major news story is with many perspectives and layered with different levels of impact.
Hello. What time did they